All right, today we're diving headfirst into the high-stakes, high-reward world of leveraged trading. We're going to be looking at some advanced strategies on a really unique platform called StormTrade, and it all kicks off with one very, very powerful number.
And here it is, right off the bat, the number that really defines what's possible here, 500. Now, that's not just a digit on a screen, it's a multiplier. It is the kind of leverage that can completely change the scale of your entire trading game.
So let me just ask you this. What if you could control a position that's worth 500 times the actual money you put in? I mean, really think about that. It's not some fantasy scenario. It's the absolute core of high leverage trading, and it's exactly what we're getting into today. And this is all possible on StormTrade. Now, what's so cool about this platform is where it lives. It's the very first decentralized derivatives platform that's built to run directly inside Telegram, all on the TON blockchain. That means it's super accessible and incredibly fast. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to talk about what it really means to be trading on the edge with Storm. Then, we'll unpack the raw, untamed power of X500. After that, and this is crucial, we'll talk about your capital's shield, which is all about risk management. Then, we'll walk through executing the trade step by step. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with the ultimate takeaway. Okay, let's jump right into our first section, trading on the edge. This is all about getting to know the platform that's putting all these powerful tools at your fingertips. The features of StormTrade are really what make it a standout. First, it's decentralized on TON, which means there are no middlemen. It lives right inside Telegram as a mini app, so convenient. You can trade pretty much anything. Crypto, stocks, forex, you name it. And of course, there's that insane X500 leverage. But honestly, the most important part for your peace of mind? It's fully non-custodial, meaning you and only you ever control your funds. Plus, it's been professionally audited for security.
So now that we know the platform, let's explore its most potent feature. Welcome to Section 2, the power of X500. We're about to get into the nuts and bolts of what makes this kind of trading even possible.
So, what in the world is leverage? The simplest way to think about it is as a tool. It's a financial tool that lets you control a much, much larger position with just a small slice of your own money. The key word here is amplify. When the market goes your way, your profits are magnified. But, and you have to remember this, when it moves against you, your losses are magnified too. It's a double-edged sword. Now, this slide perfectly explains the difference between old-school spot trading and the futures trading that Storm allows. With spot, you buy, let's say, some Bitcoin, and you just hope the price goes up. That's it. But with futures, you're not actually buying the Bitcoin, you're trading a contract based on its price. And this gives you two huge advantages. One, you can make money whether the price goes up or down, and two, you get access to leverage.
Let's make this super concrete. Okay, imagine you've got 500 bucks. In the spot market, you can buy exactly $500 worth of an asset. But on Storm, if you apply just 10x leverage, that same $500, that's your collateral, now lets you control a $5,000 position. Your potential profit is based on that $5,000, not your original 500. See the difference?
That sounds pretty amazing, doesn't it? But with that kind of power comes an absolute need for protection. And that brings us to our third section, and maybe the most important one, your capital shield. This part is completely non-negotiable for any serious trader. On StormTrade, your safety toolkit basically comes with three essential instruments. We're going to break down isolated margin, stop loss, and take profit. I promise you, mastering these is every bit as important as understanding leverage itself. First up is isolated margin. Think of this as putting up a firewall for every single trade you make. When you open a position, the money you put into it is totally walled off from the rest of your account. So if one trade goes really, really wrong, it can't torpedo your entire balance. It just contains the risk to that one specific trade. Next, we have the stop loss. This is your emergency brake. Seriously, before you even enter a trade, you decide on the absolute maximum loss you are willing to take. You set a price, and if the market turns on you and hits that price, bam, the platform automatically closes your position. It is your single best defense against a catastrophic loss. And on the flip side, we've got the take profit order. Hey, trading isn't just about playing defense. You gotta lock in your wins. A take profit order does exactly that. It automatically closes your position when it hits a price target you've set, securing those gains before the market decides to change its mind. This is the tool of a disciplined, smart trader. So these tools, they form a really powerful shield. But what happens if you go into battle without it?
What's the ultimate, worst-case scenario risk in the world of high-leverage trading?
The answer is one word every trader dreads: liquidation. This is what happens if a trade goes so far against you that your losses eat up your entire initial investment, your collateral. When that happens, the platform automatically force closes your position. The result? You lose every single cent you put into that trade. This is the cliff edge your safety toolkit is designed to keep you far, far away from. You might be wondering, how does all this happen so fast? Well, the tech behind it is actually pretty fascinating. On StormTrade, this whole system is run by automated programs they call keeper bots. These bots are constantly watching the market to execute your stop losses, your take profits, and, if it comes to it, liquidations. It's what keeps the platform stable and ensures all the rules are enforced instantly without emotion. Okay, we've gone through the theory, we've talked about the power and the protection. Now let's put it all together and see how it works in practice. It's time for Section 4, Executing the Trade.
We're going to walk through a really practical scenario from this source material. Let's say we have a trader who thinks the price of Bitcoin is about to go up, so they want to open a long position to profit from that move.
All right, here are the stats. The asset is Bitcoin, and the current price is $27,000. Our trader is betting the price will rise, and they're willing to put up 1,000 USDT of their own capital as collateral for this trade. And this slide shows exactly how a smart trader puts it all together. First, they set their 1,000 USD collateral and then apply 5x leverage. Instantly, they're controlling a 5,000 USD position. Then, they deploy that shield we talked about. They set a stop loss at $26,700 to cap their risk. And finally, they set a take profit at $29,000, which defines their win condition. See? It's power and protection, working hand in hand. So we've covered the platform, the sheer power of leverage, those essential safety tools, and a real-world example. This brings us right to our final section, the ultimate takeaway. At the end of the day, here's what it all boils down to. Platforms like StormTrade give you access to absolutely incredible power, the kind of power that can create massive wins. But that power, as we've seen, is a double-edged sword. So the real question isn't about the tool, it's about the person using it. You have the power. The only question left is, do you have the discipline?